Assalamu alaikum and welcome to our new class and some informations regarding oral drug delivery system. We have started the chapter today. We will going to be close this chapter of the oral drug delivery system, in which we studied oral drug delivery of single dose having one compartment, concept of the one compartment model, following the first order rate constant, and we have calculated some important parameters of absorption rate constant, elimination rate constant, and then we have moved towards its ways by graphical method and then by Wagner-Nelson method. How many topics we will have to cover and in this chapter is, first one was elimination rate constant, that is represented by K, absorption rate constant, represented by Ka, elimination half-life, same absorption half-life, then time of maximum plasma concentration, that is Tmax, maximum plasma concentration Cmax, volume of distribution V over F, flip-flop kinetics, lag time, flip-flop, and these are few parameters which we should have a concept regarding these parameters when we use the term oral absorption. Oral absorption of one compartment, drugs following the one compartment model. In case of elimination rate constant and elimination half-life, I have already told you, when we construct a semi-log graph between the concentration and time of given data, we have two phases. One phase is absorption phase, another is elimination phase. When we get some values of rate constant K on the elimination area, then we will say this type of the rate constant is elimination rate constant, and we will calculate ln C2 minus ln C1 over T2 minus T1 and units per hour, because we are assuming that the drug is following one compartment model and drug is following first order rate kinetics. So we can calculate the elimination rate constant. This is our first, and we have already taken the concept when we already discussed in the IV injections. How we can get the T half? Very simple, it is 0.693 over K. I have already told you we can calculate T half by two methods. One was by using the rate constant K, and the other is by using the graphical presentations, taking the exact two half values. For example, if it is a 5 and it's a 10, then we can get the difference of these two For example, it's T1, okay, it's T2, C1, C2, and it's T1 and T2. Then we have the values of difference of this. This is T half. T half can be calculated by the graph, by the curve, elimination T half, and then the 0.693 over K with the by using the formula. Next was absorption rate constant. We have taken up plenty of examples by calculating the absorption rate constant. I have already told you we have three different methods. One was feathering technique, other was Wagner-Nelson method, and Wagner-Nelson for the plasma and Wagner-Nelson for the urine. And we have make equation that was 1 minus AB over AB infinity, that was equal to 1 minus Cp plus K into AUC 0 to infinity, 0 to T over K into AUC 0 to infinity. That was the formula for rate drug amount, which for the sake of calculation of rate constant. Here we plotted this 1 minus AB over AB infinity versus time and got this type of behavior, and this behavior was given us the rate constant. That rate constant was actually Ka. Ka was ln C2 minus ln C1 over T2 minus T1. Same case, we will use the another term in this scenario, that was cumulative relative fraction absorbed. We can also write the here and once again it's 10th parameter, cumulative relative fraction absorbed. Relative fraction absorbed. So at the conclusion of this chapter, in the case of oral drug delivery system, when you are using the single tablet, following the one compartment, no metabolism, passive diffusion, drug is only limited through the urine, and we are getting the samples from the plasma, then we will assume that we can calculate the 10 different parameters. I have already told you elimination rate constant, elimination half-life, absorption rate constant. Now absorption half-life, very simple it is once again. When we have the value of absorption rate constant, then we can calculate the absorption half-life. That absorption half-life would be calculated by the rate constant. Now, how can we calculate the absorption half-life? I will give you three different ways. How can we check the absorption half-life? First one was when we use the feathering technique, then what will happen? For example, we are now discussing with absorption half-life. Okay, absorption half-life can be predicted by the rate constant, that is absorption rate constant. Okay, when we use the feathering technique, number one. Number two, when we use the Wagner-Nelson method, number two, and now Wagner-Nelson for plasma, and number three is Wagner-Nelson method for urine. These are the three parameters for rate constant Ka. Now we are just connecting this rate constant parameter with the absorption half-life. Okay, how? For example, in case of feathering technique, what we have done the difference of feathered points and actual points on y-axis and time on x-axis, and we have got this type of curve, straight line, just like the elimination. That is called absorption, and here we calculated the K, that was absorption rate constant. Okay, when we want to get the half-life from this, we will first extrapolate the two exact point values. For example, one is 5, another is 10. then we will take the difference of time. That time would be given us absorption half-life, method 1. Say another method is from this, we can check T half is equal to 0.693 over Ka. Another way. Okay, come to the second way, Wagner-Nelson method. We have already written this equation, 1 minus AB over AB infinity versus time. This will give us once again this type of the straight line which is just like elimination, and when we take the exact two half points, one is 5, one is 10, then other is the difference of this T is T half. Another way is T half is 0.693 over Ka, which is calculated from the Wagner-Nelson method when we have obtained the data from the plasma. Okay, third one, Wagner-Nelson method once again, and having the urine data. Once again, the formula is same, 1 over AB over AB infinity, its time, and this straight line. Once again, we will take the 2 points, one is 5, one is 10, and the difference of this is T half. So, how many parameters do you know to calculate the absorption of life? So many. How so many? Because we have learned the technique to calculate the absorption rate constant. And when we calculate the absorption rate constant, either by using the Fielding technique, either by using the Wagner-Nelson method, then we can calculate the absorption half-life. That half-life is equal to T half is equal to 0.693 over Ka. And the same case, when we are using this equation, these are the same scenario, and the formula is the same, T half is equal to 0.693 over K. That is actually absorption half-life. I hope you got this point. Okay, now come to the point the other way. Time of the maximum plasma concentration, which is called the Tmax. Remember, it's a time when we are assuming that the maximum concentration of drug is present in the plasma. There are the 3 different methods to calculate the Tmax. 3 different methods. Okay, how? First, now we are moving towards the Tmax. Maximum time at which the maximum concentration of drug present in the plasma. Time at which maximum concentration of drug is present in plasma, that is called Tmax. And this Tmax can be calculated by 3 different ways. One is by graph. Other is from the table. And the third one is by equation. By graph, very simple it is. When we construct the one compartment graph, the graph is between the concentration Cp and time. The time at which maximum concentration is present, this is Cmax, and the time is Tmax. Graph. We will construct a semi-log graph and assume the maximum value, maximum concentration at the time where the maximum concentration is present. We will say this is Tmax. Another way is from the table. Okay, when we construct, we have seen a table between what? Time, which is in R, and concentration, which is in microgram per ml. If we know time 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12, and the concentration is 0, 20, 60, 80, then 50, 30, 20. We can easily create the demarcation where the maximum concentration is. Is it? Yes, because we have this 80. 80 is the maximum concentration, so we will say this is Cmax, and 6 is the time where the maximum concentration is present. So we can say here Tmax is 6R. Second method, by using the table. First method, by using the graph. Second method, by using the table. And in case of our equation, T max is equal to ln Ka divided by K divided Ka minus K. Two parameters we required to calculate the T max. One is absorption rate constant, other is elimination rate constant. In case of absorption rate constant, once again we have a long theory regarding the absorption rate constant to calculate the absorption rate constant. First we calculate absorption rate constant either by using the graphical method, either by using the Wagner-Nelson method, either by using the Friedring technique. And elimination rate constant K, I have already told in my start of this lecture, Ka, when we divide this Ka and K and taking the natural log and divide with the difference of the Ka minus K, I will get the value of T max, the time at which maximum concentration of drug is present in the plasma. Okay, question is how we can assume that this concentration, this formula is correct. This formula can be derived by the simple equations, simple concept, where we have taken the according to our theoretical concept. What we are saying? We are saying here rate constant Ka is much greater than the K at this stage, because absorption rate constant is maximum and elimination rate constant is minimum. With the passage of time, absorption rate constant is getting decreased and the elimination rate constant is getting fast, and that the time will come where Ka will become to the equal to K. This point is actually called T max, where the absorption rate constant, the rate at which the drug is getting absorbed, will be equal to the rate at which the drug is getting out from the plasma. We will say this is Ka will be equal to K, and this time will be called T max, and this concentration will be called C max. And once again, what will happen in the next? Here is K will be greater than the K. K will be greater than the Ka. Okay, if our focus is to calculate the T max. So where we have to start? We have to go towards that point where we are assuming that this Ka is equal to K. And when we write this Ka is equal to K, and we can assume that the Ka E minus Ka Tx. I will write just the few words of the equation because it's a lengthy calculations, and I will just now where I am just here is this at this point where from where we have to get the equation. How we get this T max is equal to ln Ka over K and Ka minus K. It's very simple. We have the two rates. One is our rate constant, which is absorption rate constant, and other is our elimination rate constant. For example, Ka T max Ka into E minus Ka T max is equal to K E minus K T max. I have started from this because we have assuming that we have the same rate constants, and in this case, when we are getting this, we have the same rate constant. We will take the natural log of from both, and when we take the natural log, we will get this. For example, we have, when we apply the natural log of Ka into natural log of E minus Ka T max is equal to natural log of K E minus K T max. This will be called in minus T max, and natural log or exponential will be cancelled, and we will get ln Ka minus Ka T max is equal to ln K minus K T max. And when we assume that ln we will make the same sense of ln Ka minus ln K is equal to, we will move this term to this way, that this is equal to Ka T max minus K T max. Okay, when we take this, T max is a constant common, and Ka minus K, and here ln Ka minus ln K Tmax is equal to ln Ka minus ln K divided by Ka minus K. Okay, we know the rules of log and natural log. When we have the values of two natural log values and getting the minus value between them, we can divide. Ln Ka divided by K divided into Ka minus K. So we can calculate Tmax by using the three different ways. One is by using the graphical presentation. We will have to construct a semi-log graph, and the time at which the maximum concentration is present at that time will be called the Tmax. Another method is to calculate the Tmax by using the table. We will see the table where the maximum concentration is present. That time will be called the Tmax. And the third one is to calculate the Tmax by using the equation. Equation is very simple. Tmax is equal to ln Ka over K divided by Ka minus K. In this case of ln Ka minus K, we can see there is no any type of the plasma concentration involvement in the case of Tmax. We just need two rates. One rate is absorption rate constant, another is the elimination rate constant. If we have the value of absorption rate constant and divide with the elimination rate constant and taking the natural log, and when we divide this Ka minus K, then our Tmax will be obtained. I will write the three different ways to write this formula. Ln Ka over K with the log, with the natural log, and also the with their difference of Ka and K. Okay, if we want to calculate the Tmax by using the equation, one formula is Tmax is equal to ln Ka divided by Ka minus K. This can also be written ln Ka minus ln K over Ka minus K. And this Tmax is also equal to log Ka over K into 2.303 divided by Ka minus K, and log Ka minus log K into 2.303 divided by Ka minus K. There are the four different ways to write the Tmax. Very simple it is, having the same concept. One is what we want to calculate. We want to first calculate the rate constant K. That rate constant is, I have already told, elimination rate constant and absorption rate constant. When we got these two values, we can calculate the time of the maximum plasma concentration, which is called the Tmax. I hope you got this. Another is, the next step we want to calculate is our Cmax. How can we calculate the Cmax from the plasma data? It's very simple concept. For the sake of Cmax, we have already used the word Tmax. So we can calculate the maximum plasma concentration by using the three different techniques. First question is maximum plasma concentration, that is also called Cmax. How can we calculate? We can calculate it by three ways. One is by graph, another is from the table, and other is by using equation. By graph, it's once again very simple. We are discussing with the one compartment model. We are discussing the concept where the only absorption and elimination, there is no any type of the distribution, there is no any type of the metabolism, only drug is following the one compartment model. So we can assume that where the maximum concentration of drug is at that peak, we will say this is called Cmax, because this graph is between concentration and time. The time at which maximum concentration is present, that is called Tmax, and the concentration which is present maximum and in the plasma is called the Cmax by using the graph. And by using from the table, where once again we will construct a table between the time and the concentration, 0 time, 2 hour, 4 hour, 6, then 8, then 12, In 0R, the concentration is 0, then 30, 60, 90, 70, 50, 40, 5 at 16R. So we can assume that where the maximum concentration is. Answer is very simple. We have the maximum concentration is 90. So we can say this maximum concentration is our Cmax. Method 2, by using the table, by using the observations. Okay, by using equation, once again, just like the Tmax, we will have to write the formula. In case of equation, we will move toward our previous equation, which was given for the sake of Cp, plasma concentration. Remember, in case of Cp was equal to Ka Fx naught over V into Ka minus K and E minus Kt E minus Kat. That was the equation for the plasma concentration at any time. For example, we have given a patient a single oral tablet, and we have taken some blood samples and write this type of the table and make construct this type of the graph. From this graph, we will calculate these parameters. What the parameters are? F, fraction of drug absorbed, which should be considered 1. X naught, amount of drug which is given, it's actually dose. Ka, absorption rate constant, I have already told, it can be calculated by the feathering technique, by the Wagner-Nelson method, from the urine, from the plasma. And Vd, its volume of distribution, Ka naught. Remember, this complex can be solved very simple. How? We will take the extrapolation of this, and in our IV injections, we said this point is Cp naught, and here we will said this intercept is equal to Ka Fx naught V into Ka minus K. It means this intercept is Ka Fx naught V into Ka minus K. It means we can solve this all, and we can write the equation Cp is equal to intercept I E minus Kt, E minus Kat. Now we have changed the complex portion of the equation only by taking the word I. I is actually the intercept. Intercept for what? By taking the extrapolation. When we move towards the extrapolation, then this I will give us the information. Now, from where we were at the maximum plasma concentration, and our concept is we want to calculate not Cp maximum. So when we move toward the Cp maximum, that Cp maximum is equal to intercept E minus K T max minus E minus Ka T max. So this is the equation where we will calculate the maximum plasma concentration Cp max. Cp max can be calculated, Cmax can be calculated only taking the intercept of the elimination phase, and when this intercept will coincide with the y-axis, that is actually the concentration, and this intercept will be, we will use replace this T with the Tmax, and E minus K Tmax minus Ea minus Ka minus Tmax. Now these are all those parameters which we can solve very easily by constructing the graph. This graph will give us the value of the intercept, and from K we will calculate the K from the elimination phase, Ka we will calculate from the absorption phase, and we will use the same equation for the calculation of Cmax. Okay, now our summary is maximum plasma concentration Cmax can be calculated either by using the graph, other is by using the table, other is by using the equation. And in case of equation, what parameters we required? Very simple, we required the elimination rate constant and absorption rate constant. And Tmax, yes, Tmax I have already told in my previous segment, that was Tmax was ln Ka over K divided by Ka minus K. So the main important parameter is rate constant, either absorption rate constant or the elimination rate constant. If we know the absorption rate constant, then we can assume that we can calculate the maximum plasma concentration. we can calculate the rate maximum, the time at which the maximum plasma concentration is present in the plasma. And same, we can calculate the impact of AUC and other parameters by using this Ka. Okay, next is volume of distribution. Volume of distribution is actually simple. We have already know when we have studied IV injection. Volume of distribution was calculated by the dose and the plasma concentration. X naught over Cp is equal to Vd. That's the simple equation when we have already studied in the IV injections. But now we are on the oral tablet dosage form. In case of oral tablet dosage form, we have to calculate the values of Cp from the equation of the Cp, and this Cp is, for example, we have this say we are calculating now volume of distribution. And in case of oral tablet, we cannot assume the exact amount of volume of distribution which are present in the plasma. We can calculate a ratio of what? Volume of distribution with the fraction of drug. Means when you see the data in the different books for the calculation of volume distribution in oral tablet dosage form, there is no any type of the V word or Vd. There is the ratio word, V over F value, volume of distribution divided by the fraction of drug. So we will have to calculate the fraction for volume of distribution. We'll write the formula Cp is equal to Ka Fx naught over V into Ka minus K E minus Kt E minus Kat. This is our equation for the plasma concentration. We have already started with this equation when we start this chapter. Okay, question is we want to V over F. This is V over F. So when we move this way, and we can write V over F is equal to Ka over Cp into Ka minus K E minus Kt E minus Kat. Because we want to calculate V over F, volume of distribution divided by the fraction of drug. That will be equal to absorption rate constant and dose X naught divided by plasma concentration, difference of the Ka and Ka, and the E minus Kt minus E minus Kat. We can calculate absorption volume of distribution by using the simple concept of its ratio. Another way, when we are discussing the we have another equation which we have used for the intercept. In case we have used this whole word intercept I, and this intercept is equal to Ka Fx naught V into Ka minus K, and when we want to V over F, then we will write V over F volume of distribution divided with the fraction of drug will be equal to Ka over Ka minus K X naught into 1 over intercept. This equation, this type of the ratio also can be calculated by constructing a graph, and we will, after constructing a graph, we will take the extrapolation, and extrapolation give us the intercept, and when we get the value of intercept and having the value of absorption rate constant and elimination rate constant and the dose of the drug, we can calculate the volume of the fraction of the volume distribution with the fraction of drug which is absorbed. Okay, now next is the other topics are flip-flop kinetics. Flip-flop kinetics are those type of kinetics in which we assume that elimination rate constant at the start is greater than the absorption rate constant. Means it's a reverse of the linear kinetics. In case of linear kinetics, we have assumed that absorption rate constant was much greater than as compared to the elimination rate constant at the start. But with the passage of time, this absorption rate constant is getting slow and elimination rate constant is getting fast. And say, but this is a linear way. This is a normal kinetics, linear kinetics. But in case of flip-flop kinetics, we assume that there are the inverse of the linear kinetics. And in case of inverse of the linear kinetics, we have the reverse elimination rate constant will be greater than the absorption rate constant. This is called flip-flop kinetics. And the other concept is lag time. Yes, lag time is actually that time where drug is present in the negligible amount or in the very small amount. For example, when we see the some profile of the drug, for example, there is a time and other is the concentration, and we observe the concentration of drug and started from here. This type of a concept. Okay, here we can assume that this is the portion where the drug is present in very few amount, in negligible amount, and this time is called our lag time. And in case of lag time, there are the two types. One is positive lag time, other is negative lag time. In case of positive lag time, we will have to, okay, first assume that from where this curve is coming, okay, we have this origin and this is our lag time. This is positive lag time. And in case of negative lag time, our concept is very simple. Graph is started from here, and when we extrapolate, we have got the value of this time. This is negative lag time. This is lag T lag, which is positive lag time. Remember, there are the two types of the lag times. One is positive and the other is negative lag time. Positive lag time means we are assuming that amount of drug is, we have got the minimum or the negligible amount of drug which are present in our plasma, and at the after few time we got the some amount of some concentration of drug in the plasma, and then the same profile just we are discussing in the one compartment model. And this type is when we extrapolate this, our origin, the feeling origin will be lies within the positive axis. Then we will assume that this is positive lag time. But in case of negative lag time, what will happen? Drug is giving us a very rapid elimination and absorption is very fast. So we can assume that the concentration which are present in our blood circulation is getting increased rapidly. And when the concentration is getting increased rapidly, and after getting the extrapolation of this straight line, we will assume that the point of origin is in the negative side. So this type of the point is negative lag time. Okay, when we have found some data in which the lag time is present, then our equation for the Cp will be changed. We will calculate Cp is equal to x naught fx naught Ka over Ka minus K V E minus K T minus T lag. Remember, and E minus Ka T minus T lag. Our formula will be changed. Only just the addition of this T lag. T lag is that lag time in which negligible or the minimum amount of the drug is present. Okay, the last segment of this chapter is cumulative relative fraction absorbed. This concept is actually belongs to the Wagner-Nelson method once again. Here in case of cumulative relative fraction absorbed, where when we studied the concept of the Wagner-Nelson method, where we add the value of that was AB over AB infinity is Cp plus K into AUC 0 to T divided by K into AUC 0 to infinity. That was the formula for AB over AB infinity. This is actually cumulative relative fraction of drug which is absorbed. When we construct the graph of this AB divided by AB infinity versus time, we will take the value of this just like a cumulative data, because concentration is increasing gradually with the time. I hope you understand this concept. This chapter is now over, especially though in the conditions where we have used the single tablet, one compartment, no any type of metabolism, drug is only getting clearance from the urine, and the drug is following the passive diffusion, and then we have one compartment drug is the basic behavior of the drug. We can calculate these all 10 parameters we can discuss in this whole chapter. If you have any question and regarding this these topics, you may ask me through my in the comments in the video. Thank you very much.